welcome to Beerstories. In this video I'm going to show you my favorite cheap gadgets for homebrewing. If you don't want to miss out on any videos from Beerstories, please click like and subscribe down in the corner here. It will help out the channel and you get the newest videos directly in your YouTube feed. Well, this video is about cheap gadgets that I can't live without. And the first thing I want to show you is my refractometer. I also have a hydrometer, but I use this almost all the time because it's just so easy to take a sample. I can take many samples during my brewing. I can take them during my mashing. I can take them during my sparging and my boiling. Just 2 drops of wort and I can take a reading. If I do the same with, it just takes longer time if I'm doing it with a hydrometer. Even though I don't need it to cool down to 20 degrees Celsius or wherever it's calibrated to, there are calculations you can make to make the adjustment, but yeah, it's just way easier to use a refractometer. So I'm using that all the time. So that was my first one. My second one is a hop tube, a hop cylinder, and I love this because it's easy to clean compared to a hop sock, but also, of course, it's stiff, as you can see, and that means I can dry hop with a magnet. So I have 2 super magnets. Place one inside and then one on top. And I can even do this through my steel fermenters. And then I add some glass marbles. You can see a video with this in the description. I add glass marbles and I can add oak spoons, oak cubes in here. I can add hops in here. I can add coffee in here. And then I can release it whenever I want to. Usually I use this for dry hopping, but of course you can use it for other things as well. And the good thing here is I don't have to take off the lid to my fermentation for my steel fermenter. I can just drop it, so I don't introduce any oxygen. So I can't live without this. This is probably the cheapest gadget that I have, and I use this all the time. All the time. Just a spray bottle with star sand. I can spray the lid. I can spray if I just need to disinfect an airlock. I can spray it. Yeah. And of course I use it to clean kegs on top or to disinfect it. If I have to assemble the ball locks, I use it all the time. So this is probably the one I can't live without the most. Oh, yeah, something like that. Yeah, a small scale. I use this all the time as well. This doesn't cost very much, and I use it for minerals, I use it for hops, I use it for coffee. Yeah, just I use it all the time. I can't live without this either. But and then a jet cleaner like this one, where I can place a bottle on and and get a jet spray up in the bottle. It just makes everything fast and easy. So yeah, and it doesn't cost very much. So I really love that too. And then I have these cleaning or carbonation valves, and you might think that it's only necessary if you are using kegs, but actually this is my blow-off tube. So I connect this just with a longer tube to my fermenter. The good thing is here that when I do it like this, you can also just run a tube down in a bowl of star sand, but if you have a really strong fermentation, everything comes alive and the hose can actually fall out. With this one, it won't fall out. So yeah, you might not think that's revolutionary, but if you do kegging as well, this is kind of revolutionary, because then you can just take off your blow-off tube, click it onto a fermenter, and then attach the beer inlet to the tap on the fermenter, open it, and you have a totally oxygen-free transfer. Because when you take the valve off here, the ball lock off here, and close it again, it's oxygen-free inside. So it's a way to transfer to kegs, totally oxygen-free. You can see a video with that in the description as well, of course. Yeah, but I use carbonation valves all the time. So there's the last thing, and it's connected to carbonation valves. A garden hose like this, a garden spray, I use this all the time as well. But this is only if you have kegs, because I've attached a carbonation valve. So again, I can attach everything on this. As you can see now, I can clean my valves inside. I can disinfect them inside. So this just helps me whenever I need to clean something, either with my kegs or my keezer or my kegerator, my draft system. I can attach this to my draft system as well, and then clean out the lines. I don't need to use pressure, so I save money on CO2 and the environment, of course. So this is just, yeah, I use it all the time out in my garage where I have my keezer or my kegerator. So it's really, I can't live without this either. Then I have this little gadget. Again, it's the carbonation valve here. That's great. So if I need to transfer some gelatin or coffee or maybe lactose or something into my keg, oxygen free, I can do it with this. Just take the pressure off the keg, purge this one with CO2, but actually the fluid is down here, so the fluid doesn't have oxygen in it. But anyway, I purged it, and then just pressurize this with a higher pressure than this one, connect it, and it will run over into the keg, oxygen free. Just be aware that you don't collect, if you get too low, it will suck up the air here, even though it's CO2 mostly. There will be some oxygen inside as well. So just be aware that you don't transfer all the liquids. Yeah, so basically that was it. All of my cheapest gadgets that I can't live without. If you have any suggestions to more, please write them in the comments. That would be really nice. If you stick around to the end, YouTube will show you 2 videos up here that YouTube thinks you should watch. And please follow me on Facebook and Instagram as well, down here. And also subscribe to the channel. You get the newest videos in your YouTube feed. You help out the channel. Yeah, just make me very happy. And you can also, if you have any questions, just write to me through Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. Write to me through my website, beerstories.dk, or just write them in the comments. That would be really nice. I guess that was it. Have a happy brewing out there.